balances are, when they don't know enough about our policies and how they should be paid, that they're trying to do their own calculations. So there's some underlying issues.
There's usually two sides. But I just want to comment because I've been approached by it, and I did want them to know that I brought it up and we're aware of it.
We're aware of the problems. It's just another issue we need to work through.
How many time clocks do we have?
Oh gosh, I think almost every department has, like Park and Recs has their own time clock, and shop has their own time clock. Police department, they just use I don't think they punch a time clock, they just use their shift sheets. Two or three different time clocks.
Probably see my question where I'm coming from. Do you have a system that could download automatically to our central computer?
We do have the ability to interface to electronic time cards or time clocks. There are vendors that specialize into that, and so basically those vendors are designed to work with multiple payroll products, and so they have what we would refer in the industry a file that they hand back and forth that's soft, and we can match up with those. And there is some expense with those systems, particularly with multiple locations. So this particular issue that you're experiencing really is outside of, I think, the software issues that you're having with your current vendor. And I think those things can be worked on and improved on. But my thought process is that our product's a proven product. You have a unique inside knowledge that it's a proven product, because Steve used it previously at his location for, I believe, about 3 years. And the city clerk before Steve was there used it for many, many years. And all the city clerks talk to one another. They know we've got a good product. We have customers calling us and saying, hey, so-and-so talk to us, we'd like to look at it. And it used to be we had to go out hunt for business, but people quite honestly are approaching us. And we've helped 130 ex-Tyler people switch to us. So there's a reason why people have decided to switch from the current vendor. I believe, and this is just in my opinion, I think they're going after bigger fish, if you will. As far as I'm concerned, every one of our customers are important. And so you have my personal guarantee that we'll work hard to provide you good service and try to help you the best we can. I'm also one of the original founders of the company. I've never been paid commission. And so my motivation isn't to get my vacation paid for by making a sale. Mine is more relationship oriented, long-term oriented. We want to earn your business, treat you right, and keep you. And that's really what we're about.
This would go into, obviously you said 6 months. We're obligated, or feel we're obligated to at least that point.
Well, we have about a 6-month migration period is what we're estimating, and so we don't want to officially be done with Tyler until we're done with that 6-month migration.
So
And
this would be an ongoing scenario if we were to approve it this evening,
right,
beginning
immediately.
immediately.
Yeah, it might help to let you know a little bit of timeline as well. We have a 4 to 5 month lead time between entering into an agreement before we would be out to do the first phase of the implementation. And part of that is planning resources on our part, your part, running those custom conversion programs, testing them, making sure we're ready to go. And then what we typically see is that after a couple months of getting your heart of your system up and running, then we take a break before we tackle some of the auxiliary modules like the permit module and also the miscellaneous billing. But we look for your guidance as to when your staff's ready to take on those next steps. But it does take some time to migrate that, and part of it is, that beginning step of writing.
And the modules that we currently have, let me rephrase that. Do we have more modules than we would be buying to start with Data Tech? They're Same ones, okay. Because we were talking about one time, human resources,
Right, we've never added those
Okay.
modules with the current software.
okay.
So you're saying if we have given Tyler 6 months, you won't be ready to even start working with us for probably 4 to 5 months. How many months until you've totally inverted their system into yours?
Well, I think that, probably, let's just say we started in, 4 months, I would say in 6 months we could be done. If we started in 5 months, then probably about 7 months.
7 additional or just?
Altogether, because once we start, we'll get the accounting, we'll come up and spend 4 days and get the accounting up and running that trip, and you'll be live, and you'll be using it, and you won't use Tyler for that anymore.
So really, it's kind of a 2-month period, once you start to finish is,
Correct. Yeah.
okay.
And some cities like to, maybe after that initial trip, maybe get 3 months. It just depends on how fast you guys wanna move. And so, we kinda see how you're doing and see what your, desires are, and then plan accordingly.
What do we do about the modules outside of the basic accounting while you're still, if the 6 months have elapsed, we might have a couple of modules that we're using. I mean, what happens to us with those? Do we just shut them down?
What we would suggest is, for example, the permits, continue using that until we switch over. And then with our, receipt management module, which basically takes payments at the counter, we can set up revenue codes for those permits so that it gets updated into your general ledger, so that your financials are up to date until we can get your permit module replaced. And that way, you don't have to feel the pressure of doing everything at once, and you can continue to use your current permitting module, and same for the miscellaneous accounts receivable module. And so that's how we would transition through that, and that works pretty well.
Now, you said you have staff in Waterloo, West Des Moines, and was it Davenport?
Davenport.
Okay, and they are willing to come out if they need to? I mean, it's cost. I'm thinking Tyler said they had somebody in Parkersburg, but that person never seemed to find their way this
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, part of the situation.
Too far.
Part of the situation is we have one product we support, where the Tyler Corporation buys multiple vendors, and so they have people that are qualified on this product, people that are qualified on this product, et cetera. So, we believe in providing a high degree of availability, so if you want to invite us back after the implementation for additional, more in-depth training, then we're there to do that. And that's another reason why our customers are happy, because some people, if you can provide software without expending labor, then it's very profitable, because if you look at any software company's expense side of things, the top thing is salaries. That's where, it's not like we have, materials we buy to make software, it's people, doing their thing. And so we provide a high degree of availability. And that's also, we're the only vendor that I'm aware of that has these annual user group meetings here in Iowa. Other vendors will have one down in their home office, such as in Lubbock, Texas, and then ask for your staff to close down your city office and send your staff down to Lubbock. We don't think that's very practical. And so we bring the meetings to you, and we don't just bring it to one location of the state, but we bring it to 3.
You don't have any annual meetings in Hawaii or something where you can
I
all go?
wish we did, because I would sign up for being the presenter on that one.
No, I just kidding. But I guess Barb is familiar with you people, and she's the one that knows what she needs. And Steve apparently is working, I think that we should listen to, we could set and list to 10 people coming here and talk, and we get done, we know as much as we do tonight. That'd be my feeling, I think.
Did we budget
Barb has
for
worked with them.
replacing this year?
We did not, and that's why they
Right.
agreed to the 5% down to
Right.
get started, and then the balance after we budgeted it for after July 1st.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
after
fine.
budget.
That-
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the next one. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think, you know, in my investigation, Barb is spending way too much time on the Tyler Technology project, and when I added up the staff hours for using Tyler Technology's product versus what we think will be with the data tech product, it was somewhere around $25,000 to $30,000 you're wasting a year sticking with Tyler. So this is a really, I think this is one of those cost-effective moves. You'll make it up in a year or two, the extra expense, and that's why I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Get it done as soon
Well,
as
if we're ready, I
possible.
was gonna make a motion to adopt.
Let's vote and send it home.
Well,
I'm done. I was actually done a half an hour. That's
one thing we have to know for sure, though, is do we have the nuclear bomb safety shelter in Lubbock, Texas, that all of
Did
our
we ever
records
get
will be
that?
in, that we'll never get to?
We didn't get that. We never did do that.
Good.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
if
so I
it-
make a motion that we adopt this
I'll second.
resolution
Okay,
3 or 4 times. Go
we
ahead.
have a motion by Holland, second by Grover to accept approving using data technology for our financial at the price of $36,990. Anything else? Any other questions, discussion, nothing? Okay, roll call, please. Thank you for all helping me out.
Vaughn,
Oh, yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dallenbach. Yes. Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linneus.
Yes.
Thank
See
you.
what a team member this is.
You seemed
All work together.
you seemed extremely pleased about that, Barb.
Yes. Motion carried, and
Thank
you can
thank you.
party later.
Want to thank everybody.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it. And I hope you don't feel this was presumptuous on my part, but I did bring an agreement.
Huh.
Sneak by here.
I'm
And
telling you
obviously
right
this-
now, I'm putting the emerald boar treatment in with your file.
That was pretty
You will be
interesting.
triaged if this doesn't work.
Thank you very much, folks. I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And thank everybody for keeping
Thank
me on
you.
track.
No problem.
Number 4, under petitions from public, is Clarence and Jean Rouse, Buchanan County Chairpersons for Pony Express Riders of Iowa. They have submitted a request to raise and collect money at the bank corners in Independence on Good Friday, April 18th, 2014.
So this is just their annual, they come here every year, the last couple of years. Last year, they did not have any horses, and, I don't believe they'll have horses this year either. Typically, a small group will ride horses through the streets, but, they usually have to go through DOT to ride on Highway 150 and get clearance well in advance, and they usually don't submit that timely, so they've kind of gone away from physically riding the horses. So they will be standing down at the bank corners, to collect money and raise it for, Easter seals.
Usually in their Western clothes. Do they
And they
wear
have to wear
something,
safety
safety vests and stuff, don't they? Okay, they do.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we let them do it.
Second.
Motion by Lenny, a second by Dallenbach to approve their request to be able to raise and collect money at the bank corners. Any further discussion? And we don't need a roll call for this. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Ordinances. To adopt an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Independence, Iowa by amending provisions pertaining to Chapter 65, stops or yields required specifically by repealing Section 65.03 in parenthesis 2 and replacing it with a new language and adding Section 65.04, items 9 through 14. Motion to receive, file, consider, and adopt the ordinance for the second time.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Grover, second by Hill. But this needs roll call. Right? Okay.
Hill,
Yes.
Dallenbach.
Yes.
Grover,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
Yes.
Linneus.
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Motion carried. Number 2, to adopt an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinance of the City of Independence, Iowa, by amending provisions pertaining to Chapter 76 bicycle regulations, specifically by adding a new section 76.15 bike safety route. Motion to receive, file, consider, and adopt the ordinance for the second time.
Motion.
Motion by Dallenbach, second by
I'll second.
Brown. All those roll call. Flip.
Dallenbach?
Yes.
Grover?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Holland?
Yes.
Lydia?
Yes.
Vaughn?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Motion carried. Under old business, a motion to approve the proposal submitted by Office Town.
Resolutions, Bonnie.
And what?
You skipped 7.
Resolutions.
Oh, I skipped a whole section. I'm trying to get out of here early. Resolutions.
We've lost already.
Do what? What did you say?
I said we've lost already.
Yeah.
Okay, resolutions. Motion to adopt a resolution approving pay estimate number 6 and release of retainage totaling $14,364.39 for work performed by Larson's Construction Incorporated for the Independent Sports Center River Edge remodeling project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Holland, second by Hill. Roll call, please.
Grover?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Holland?
Yes.
Lydia?
Yes.
Vaughn?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Dallenbach?
Yes.
Motion carried. Number 8, motion to adopt a resolution approving pay estimate number 5 and release of retainage totaling $20,983.32 for work performed by Plum Tech Incorporated for the City Hall HVAC upgrade project.
I'll make a motion.
Hold it, hold it.
Oh,
I think Doug wants to say
Oh,
something.
I got
Doug's
something to
here.
say? Oh.
Is this the final payment to Plum Tech?
Yes.
Well, they were supposed to be here last Thursday and Friday to finish this in here, and I didn't see anybody show up. The guy was here Wednesday, so I don't care if you cut the check, but I'd sure hold it until they're done.
I agree with
They're supposed to be here
that.
replacing some valves, and they were supposed to be here last Thursday and Friday to do it, and nobody showed up to do it.
I thought the last time was the last time, to tell you the truth.
That's what we held back.
I think
Yeah, this is the
we
retainage, yeah.
held the retainage.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is the retainage that we usually hold.
Should we
So
wait
this
until
would be
they,
the final one.
wait till they actually finish everything first?
Sure.
Yeah, I retract
think
my
so.
motion.
No, but you can amend it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll make the motion and amend it to hold the check until the work is finished.
Okay? You got that?
I'll
Is there a
second that.
second? Motion by Grover, second by Hill.
Holland.
Holland. I knew I was gonna do
The
that
other
tonight.
bold guy.
The other-
It's those
The
H names.
community knows. Those watching out there know.
You're giving me an inferiority complex.
Giving who, you or him?
Yeah, both of us.
No, no,
Oh.
I don't have a problem with it.
I just try to make sure he's still awake. That's why I do it. I don't do it on purpose by any chance.
We gonna vote on it?
Would we like, yeah, is there any other discussion on it? We know from what you're saying is to pay it, but hold the check until the work is done. Okay.
Can we maybe have them call Doug to come in to make sure what they're supposed to do?
Well, they called last Tuesday.
I mean, when they get here, could the gals give you a call and,
Well, as long as they come in, they'll be working right here in City Hall. In there in the tile, you'll see a couple of spots where and evidently the valves are bad, and it's not actually Freon leaking out, it's oil that's leaking out, dripping on those. Well, they called me and told me that they had some bad valves, and they would be here Wednesday to look at them and make sure they had them, and they'd be here Thursday and Friday to get up there, because they gotta braze them in and stuff, so they gotta bring the system down. Well, he came Wednesday and looked at them, evidently they don't have the valves or whatever, because they weren't back Thursday and Friday to replace them, because they said they'll be here 2 days, just doing that.
Don't get much for $500,000.
I mean, I've been in
Yeah.
enough places where you pay somebody when you make.
No,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. We shouldn't.
Yeah.
Which is why you usually have the retainage, to
Yeah.
keep that from happening, so.
But anyway, he came and he kind of borrowed our ladder and went up and looked at them. So evidently, maybe they didn't have the right valves on hand. I don't know what they said. They never called back and said they weren't gonna be here. They just didn't show up.
Can somebody call them and tell them they're not gonna get their check till they're here? That's, I guess, what I'm.
And the reason I got mixed up in it is because Steve was gone, they didn't have anybody to talk to, so they talked to me and told me what they were gonna do. I can sure call Plum Tech.
Yeah, would you just so they know that,
Well, I'll just tell them we're gonna hold the $20,000. I think that would.
Get their
That
attention.
should get their
For
attention.
a couple of valves, I think that'd be here in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know how many valves they gotta replace, but they do have to replace them.
And I think
Okay.
Steve Usher was aware of these remaining issues, because I had asked him the same question. Do
Is
we
there
want to
any-
release the retainage if they've not completed their checklist items? And he says they have a contractor's bond that is good for 2 years, so he was recommending payment.
Oh,
Sure, you probably got
So-
part of it.
And I don't know
Okay.
whether at one time they were supposed to, somebody was supposed to come back, take all these fans down and trim them out right, you know, instead of having a square hole in there like that. They were supposed to come and replace those ceiling tiles, we've got more ceiling
never
tiles
noticed it.
upstairs, but I don't know if they were supposed to do it, the electricians were supposed to do it,
Probably the fire department. There you go.
Ended up doing it, I guess.
See,
Okay.
I never
Thank-
would have noticed that if you hadn't said that.
Thanks. I wouldn't have either.
And now it's gonna bug me.
Okay, are we ready for the vote?
Is
Anyone?
there any other issues that we have, that we know of that they have to fix, other than the valves? and the
I know
tile?
that these cameras weren't working when they started pulling out, but they've been in here to look at that and said they have nothing to do with that, so. But these 2 cameras are not functioning.
Yeah, we've looked, and I don't know, I'm thinking it's gotta be back here somewhere. They're wired up to the cameras, and there is power up to those cameras, but check that, but it must be down in here somewhere, and I don't know, this thing got rolled around, so.
Okay,
Hmm.
all right,
Other than that, no, I'm not aware of any other problems.
okay, thank you.
Who, like Usher, is Usher, you say, was the architect? Has he went over and did a final inspection then?
Yeah,
And-
because
They
he
went
was recommending payment.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
wondered if he's actually taken a physical, look around, see if there's any, it seems like somebody should do that.
well,
I
Steve,
don't know if
Steve
Doug
did that
would know, I mean, he'd be in a position to do
Before
that.
his departure.
before his departure. Steve did that.
Doug's
What's
the
that?
building inspector.
What's it?
Steve did that before his departure.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the punch list of the
And,
things
and,
that
Okay.
need
and
Okay,
he
that's
knew,
what I was
he knew
wondering.
the valves were
Okay,
something that they were
okay.
supposed to come
Yeah.
back and take
Yeah,
care
well,
of.
Okay.
he-
So you made a motion, second.
Yep,
We got all that? Are we
Yep.
ready to vote?
yes,
Okay.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland,
yes.
Linius.
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
yes,
Hollenbach.
Yes.
Grover.
Yes.
Motion carried. Steve was by last Friday and said that everything they do on their agenda is by roll call. They don't do anything but resolutions and roll call. I might go to that. Anyhow, number 9, motion to adopt a resolution approving a proposal submitted by Venstra and Kim Incorporated totaling, we don't have amount in there right now because we need to discuss that, for providing services to investigate the cost of repurposing the old Independence High School. Actually, the original one that they sent us was for like $26,500 to look at the school. If you'll remember, when we did approve the memorandum of understanding with the school, in there was that they would pay up to half, or $5,000 would be the most they would pay towards the investigation of the building. I met with Gene Peterson and Brian Eddy, and we had a conference call with Dave, is it Scheckinger? I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. And we told them that we wanted an evaluation of the structural, foundation, roofing, and possible problems with asbestos when doing any remodeling. Part of the proposal that was 26.5 was for a lot of architectural work that we didn't feel we were at that level, that we wanted to just make sure the building was structural sound and to be able to be utilized, that type of thing. So when they sent this last one back, they actually have it in different sections. The total that they have sent was for $17,490, which means with the school paying $5,000, we would be at $12,490. My suggestion to you, but it's up to you guys, in this last one that they had as of March 19th, there is still a section of architectural scope. And I really, in reading that and looking at it, still question if that's not doing more as far as what we want to do with the building, rather whether the building is structurally sound to utilize it. So I would recommend that we actually don't ask them to do that part, the architectural scope, and do the mechanical, electrical, the structural, and the civil scope. And that would put it down that we would only be paying $7,290. But it's your choice.
I'd agree with you.
I do.
7? From 17 drop, you, the
Well,
architect?
because those three that I'm recommending is
all right, okay.
$12,290 minus the
Okay.
$5,000 from the
Yeah.
school.
Okay,
Makes our
okay.
cost $7,290.
I didn't want to assume anything, that's why you went from
Yeah.
17 to 7, and I went, whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
well, because that architectural part is $5,200 in
Yeah.
itself. That, unless you guys, eventually it will need to be done,
Oh, yeah.
you know, but to me, we're doing this in stages, trying to get this done and making sure we're doing it safely. That our most important thing is that it's structurally sound. They say that what they've been in there and what they've looked at, they feel that it is okay, but they wanted to make sure that we want to make sure the foundation's good, all these different things from rumors you hear, people questioning it. So that's my recommendation. You guys can do what you want, but it would be nice if we could make a decision so that we could start getting this accomplished, because we have just 60 days to do that in.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you.
No,
I
he
don't get to
knows.
give my whole
Okay.
speech.
You do the discussion first.
Well, you can.
Oh, we used to.
Okay,
Discuss before you
my
voted.
mistake.
Danny, you can say what you want.
I didn't have much discussion, I just wanted to know where it went.
Well,
Where the
I
discussion
feel
went?
that, I feel that 10 cents is just pouring more sand down the rat hole here.
10
I-
cents.
Yeah, I think any expense is just throwing money away. You might as well throw it out the front door.
Well, it'd be nice if we're gonna use it, that we know it's okay to
That's
use.
true, but I think we're just, it's
So.
crazy to even think we're gonna use it. It's just nuts.
Okay,
That's my opinion.
duly noted.
Okay.
Okay. We still do have a motion from Hill, seconded by Lennius.
Now,
To
do you have to put
approve-
in there the specific amount that you've reduced it?
Right, right.
Okay.
And so you are approving to do the $12,290 less, and then the school will pay,
Right.
reimburse us for $5,000 of that. That's
Yes.
your,
Yep.
Yes.
yours,
Yep.
okay. So is everybody understanding what you're voting on? And